Imagine you walk into a church. The worship is heavenly. The building is massive. The preacher calls your name, tells you where you work, tells you your mother's name, tells you secrets only God could know. You weep, you believe. What you are about to hear is not a rumor. It is not an attack on Christianity. It is documented. It is confirmed. And it happened inside one of the most famous churches in the entire world. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will never look at a stage prophet the same way again. Bethel Church is located in Redding, California. For decades, it has been one of the most influential charismatic churches on the planet. Millions of Christians have followed their music, their teachings, their healing revivals. They run something called the Bethel School of Supernatural Ministry, BSSM, where thousands of young people, some as young as 18, travel from around the world to train as prophets, healers, and ministers. They have produced worship songs that play in churches across Africa, Europe, America, songs you have sung in your own church, songs you have worshiped to with tears in your eyes. Their influence is not small, it is global. It is massive, and that is exactly what makes what happened next so devastating. His name is Shawn Bolz. Bethel put him on their global stage and called him a prophet. He would walk into rooms filled with thousands of people and begin calling out strangers, their names, their addresses, their family members, their jobs, their secrets. People fell to their knees. They cried. They believed God had sent them a message through this man. One woman, her name is Jubilee Dawn, shared her story publicly. She said Shawn Bolz gave her a prophecy. He called out where she worked. He called out personal details about her life. She believed with her whole heart that it was the voice of God. Based on that prophecy, she married a man who later became abusive. She said, and I quote her directly, "He got my information off of Facebook. This is not a small accusation." This woman's life was changed, damaged, because she trusted a man she believed was hearing from God. And Bethel Church knew. They knew for years. So here is something chilling. In 2013, Shawn Bolz publicly reported what he called a prophetic upgrade. His prophecies suddenly became more specific, more detailed, more accurate. Do you know what else launched in 2013? Facebook's Graph Search, a tool that allowed anyone to search through people's personal information, photos, workplaces, and connections in ways never before possible. Researchers who later studied Bolz's ministry noticed this connection. And connections in ways never before possible, researchers who later studied Bolz's ministry noticed this connection. The timing was not a coincidence. The prophet's power upgraded right when a social media tool made it easier to research strangers. European church leaders eventually came forward with evidence. They showed how Bolz would allegedly research attendees before services, then deliver their personal details as if God had spoken them. And what did Bethel's leadership do with this evidence? They stayed silent. They quietly removed Bolz from their platforms in 2019, but they told no one why. The victims were left alone. The congregations were left in the dark. And the world continued to worship at the altar of a man they did not know. If this is already making your spirit uncomfortable, that discomfort is called discernment. Subscribe to The Ignorant Voice so you do not miss part 2. Because what Bethel's own senior leaders admitted on camera is going to shake you. Drop a comment below, one word. Just tell me, shocked, knew it, or praying. Let me see where you stand. But here's what I need you to understand before part 2. Shawn Bolz was not the only one. He was not an accident. He was not a lone wolf. He was a symptom. Because inside Bethel Church, there is a system, a culture, a doctrine that was specifically designed to protect people like him and silence the people he hurt. In part 2, I am going to show you what that system is called, how it works, and the names of the other men it protected. Things that Bethel's leadership has been hoping you would never find out. Part 2 drops next. Make sure you are subscribed.